How's it going, everyone? We got Kirk MacDonald on with us today. Kirk played 6 years professionally in the Carolina Hurricanes and Boston Bruins organization. He now is in his 6 year coaching with the Reading Royals in the ECHL. He's also spent his first year of coaching with RPI in the ECAC, NCAA. Kirk also being from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Thanks for coming on today.
Always a pleasure.
So, Kirk, do you want to share with us some adversity that you faced in the bantam age, junior age, back in your playing days?
Yeah, I mean, I think, for a lot of kids nowadays, they talk about, and I know the Bantam draft's become a bigger deal than it was for me and for you when we were growing up. And I was overlooked in that and came back and again was picked up by Saskatoon after a good year. My second year Bantam, I think now the ages have changed, so I think that's different. But that's true, right? I think the draft
Yeah,
is now your second year Bantam.
actually now you have to play 1 year midget, but
Okay.
yeah.
So I know going through the whole thing, and I actually broke my foot the summer before my first year at junior, and was in a cast, wasn't even able to walk for the entire summer, lost the whole summer of training. Probably my biggest summer at the time, coming up to, the most challenging level I'd ever played, coming to play for the Salsa. And wasn't even allowed to walk until the week training camp started. Didn't have a great first year and kind of had to put the work in the next summer where credit to another Victoria guy, Jeff Compton, who I worked with off ice training, who was probably was ahead of his time back then for what he was doing, and did a great job getting me back, and had a great second year with Victoria, and point a game, and had almost 30 goals, and allowed me to get a scholarship to RPI, and kind of the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah, as you talk about when you got injured, same thing with me when I fractured my ankle in bantam hockey, middle of the season, I think around January, and I hadn't worked out with anyone before, but Jeff had contacted my parents, I believe, and I started working out with him at the small little workout place, CBI there, and
Yeah.
in the mornings at like 6 a.m. I'd spend that before school, and that was a huge start to obviously I guess you'd say my career, but also starting to work out for kind of the first time with weights at around that age when I think it was around 14 years old, like full out all like 3-4 times a week during the season. But that was a huge factor. As you talk about with going through that adversity with having to rehab all off season there, that obviously was a big factor, probably something for you to go through, and made you stronger as an athlete and hockey player. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, like I think, going back, it was probably you try and find the good things that in the negative stuff, and like a lot of people get wrapped up in, okay, what's going to happen to me right now, and forget to see the long-term goals. And I think for me, yeah, did I have a great first year of junior? No. And was that a big reason? Probably. I basically lost a whole summer to prepare. And that being said, it kind of forced me to figure out a way to stay in the lineup and continue to find a way to contribute to the team, and made me a better player probably long term. I think instead of, I didn't step in and was able to get 50 points as a rookie and think this is going to be easy. Like I had to find ways to contribute because I couldn't skate. Like I couldn't get up and down the ice like I could have before, because I just, my leg wasn't fully back at the time. So it was, you can talk about, well, yeah, it was statistically a bad year. Yeah, it was. But You look, I had a pretty good playoff run until I got hurt in the conference finals, and I started producing more of probably where I should have been at for the whole season. But again, like, it taught me, kind of what it meant to really work hard. I think, like, you can say you're working hard a lot of times, but you're not really. You know what I mean? Like, I think some guys, a lot of guys think they're working hard.
Yeah.
And that's not a knock on them. It's just they don't know any better. And I think that kind of forced me to really, like, get out of my comfort zone. That allowed me to be a better player long term.
Yeah. After, experiencing the whole hockey career, and looking back at those younger days, these players, some of them, they're like, oh, I'm working hard just because they're sweating or just because they're out there for 30 minutes stick handling or shooting. But really, they need to be introduced to what actual real hard work is and how you get things done to progress not only as a player and hockey player, but an athlete and hockey player, but as a person as well.
Yeah, for sure.